Hello, I'm John Castro and welcome to John's IT Vlog. And today I want to show you guys the attempt of an email phishing scam done to my organization's email. And as you might have guessed it, yes, I answered to it. So let's see what happens here. Hello guys, so here we are. Basically what I want to do here is the purpose of this particular video is to show a real example of a phishing scam, of an email phishing scam, and more specifically a spear phishing. And so I've been learning through the Security Plus studies what different attacks are and what different phishing scams are like and what they look like, how they target people, etc. And so I want to share actually a real example that happened to me in July of this year. And so reading up on the material, we learned that one of those scams or attacks on people are done through phishing. And phishing is basically just going out there targeting hundreds of thousands of people with trying to get them to go to their websites or trying to get them to give them money or to give them personal information and hoping that somebody would bite on that request, and that's how they would get their gain, whatever they're trying to get as far as the attackers go. But there's a more specific form of phishing, which is called the spear phishing. So right here in Darril Gibson's book, it says that spear phishing is a targeted form of phishing. Instead of sending the email out to everyone indiscriminately, a spear phishing attack attempts to target specific of groups of users or even a single user. And so spear phishing attacks may target employees within a company or customers of a company. And so that's exactly what happened to me, and I want to share that interaction. So as an example, an attacker might try to impersonate the CEO of an organization, just like it happened to me, in an email. So it's relatively simple to change the header of an email so that the from field includes anything, including the CEO's name and title. So that's exactly what happened. So attackers can send an email to all employees requesting that they reply with their password or whatever information they need. So because the email looks like it's coming from the CEO, this type of phishing emails fool uneducated users. Now, the appeal or the principles that a lot of these attackers use are by different reasons and by different principles. The one principle of attack that they used here in my particular example is the appeal for authority. So the principle of authority, that in which many people have grown up to respect authority and are more likely to comply when a person of authority says to do so. And so this is exactly how they went about it. They say, I am the CEO, I am your boss, and so you need to give me this. And, so there's no question, So another paragraph from Darril Gibson's book, Get Certified, Get Ahead, the certification material study guide that he's got, he says, using authority is most effective with impersonation, whaling, and phishing attacks. And so they use the impersonation, right? With some social engineers impersonate others to get people to do something. So in reviewing exactly what happened here to me, basically was an attempt with a spear phishing attack using the principle of authority through impersonation. That's kind of how you would define that specific situation here. So let's go to the email. So here it is. I was actually at my current job, just hanging around my current full-time. So just to give you a little bit of a background, I do church ministry and part-time. I'm part of the staff at a local church here. And so basically the scammers looked for our church, our website, and basically social engineered a situation to try to get to me and try to get stuff from me. And so I guess they got to our website. On our website we have listed who the staff people are and their email addresses, etc. So they gathered that information and then they engineered a whole situation here to try to scam me. So on July 2nd at 9:53, me and John Castro, I received an email from pastor, in the name of my pastor, who is the supervisor, But the email is different. And so as you can notice here, so pastor and this behind the fire truck is the name of my pastor here. But the email is leadpastor00010 at gmail.com. So right there and there, you're like, okay, what's going on? So it is not my pastor's email, somebody else's email. And some uneducated users, as Darril Gibson books puts it, a lot of these users, they just read the name of their pastor. And so as soon as they see, or the name of their CEO or the name of their authority. So as soon as they see, okay, it's so-and-so contacting me. So, okay, sure. What does he want? So that's how it happens. And so, the scammer comes in, he puts in the from field, he just fills up a Gmail form and puts his name and last name, matches it up with what the real CEO, through impersonation. That's how they do that. But again, the email address already gives it away. It's not them. It's not him, right? And then, what else it gives it away here? Well, the email itself. Let's look what it says. Hello, sorry to disturb. Now, English is not my primary language, but even me, I know that already grammatically it doesn't sound quite right. And so they say, hello, sorry to disturb. I need a moment of your time. I have a request and I need you to handle discreetly. Handle discreetly. I am currently busy. No calls for now, so just reply my email. Grammatical errors. Does not sound like my pastor's schedule. Does not sound like he's got lack of availability. He would never say something like that. So already grammar, intentions, not matching personalities and schedules, the email, all of that gives it away. So, I'm at work in the morning, not at the church, but at my primary full-time job, and I just received the email, look at it, detect that is a phishing scam right away. But here I go, and I go ahead and decide to just go with it. And so my response, here is another slide with a bigger text here so you can read it. My response here becomes, sure, what's up? So I wanted to follow up, so that's me responding to him, see what's going on, so I wanted to see how far I could go, to see how far they can go as far as even me playing around with them and them not even detecting what's going on. So his response is at 10:10, which is about 2 minutes later, so they are really against the clock here working, apparently. He responds to me and he says, here's what I want you to do for me because I am a little busy right now. I aimed at surprising some of our diligent staff with gift cards today. This should be confidential until they all have the gift cards, as it is a surprise. How soon can you get this done? Again, gift cards, all those indications. If somebody who you suspect is wrong is asking you to get gift cards, it's a scam 100%. How soon can you get it done? There's a sense of rush. There's a sense of, there's an appeal from authority. I'm the authority. I need you to do this. They try to pressure you. There's even appeals for time sensitive stuff. We need to do it today because I want to appreciate them, so on and so forth. So they try to scam people into thinking that it is urgent, that it is an authority who is asking you to do so. So they come from many of those angles in order to try to get you to believe their story and get you to do it. So this one is an easy one, but still, I want to share it with you guys. So that's what they want me to do. They want us to get gift cards for their employees. So I went with it again, and my answer was, at 10:22, about 12 minutes later, I remember. Remember I'm off today for church work, so I'm available to get it done today, Pastor. Not true. I was actually at my primary job, but I wanted to keep going with it. So I reminded him that I was actually off to do church work anyway, so let's go. So at 10:26, about 4 minutes later, he says, I know. That's why I mailed you. That's why I mailed you. So again, grammatical errors and everything else. Not mail. It's not physical. It's not the paper. That's why I mailed you. And here's the scam. Here's the big moment, the big request, right? So I need you to get 7 quantity of Amazon gift card 100 value on each, a total of $700. You should get them at any store around you. After you get them, scratch the back and take clear pictures of each card and send it to me on here, so I would be able to forward it to well pick out staff. Each I listed out. I'm not sure what that means. Again, what? And send to me on here, so I would be able to forward to well picked out staff each I listed out. I guess it means he's picking who the first 7 of our staff members. By the way, we don't even have 7 staff members. So, if you didn't get it from the first email or the second one, get it from this email. We don't have 7 staff members. You want me to scratch the back and give you the codes instead of giving you the gift cards directly so that you can give it to them and they can scratch them themselves? All of those indications are very obvious. There is something wrong here. And at the end, he says, please keep the physical cards and receipt for reference purposes. So he's trying to, throw that in there. Remember, we need to keep this in our books. And so it's gifts and everything else. So, just keep that on there. Okay, so at 10:29, let's see, 3 minutes later, it was kind of downtime at work. I said, oh, nice surprise, Pastor. Dwight should get one. He's worked hard as your assistant. He'll like it. I'm headed to CVS, so they should have them there, right? So I'm kind of trying to let him know that I'm going with it, that Dwight, and I don't know if you get the reference, Dwight should get one because he is a great assistant to the regional manager, to the pastor, right? And so he'll like it. So, I'm going to head to CVS. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So he responds. And his response at 10:35 is, I know what to do about Dwight. Now, that sounds more like a threat than than doing something nice for Dwight. I know what to do about Dwight. Okay, I gotcha. Yes, you can get them at CVS. Just send it as an attachment to me here. Thanks. Send him the already scratched gift cards, already the numbers exposed, already out for him. That's like handing cash out, basically. Handing already the possibility of doing whatever with it. So that was 10:35. So at 11:06, I said, so I allowed for about 40 minutes, and something happened. There was an apparent problem here. So I responded to him saying, so had a problem, Pastor. Went to CVS and they had only one card, so I bought it and scratched it, but the code came off. Look. Don't know what to do. Should I call Jim Halpert to help? So again, just another playful reference. And as you can see here, this particular email that I sent has an attachment, and this was the attachment. A generic Google image from somewhere that basically shows a halfway scratched gift card. I wanted to, go a little bit farther to show that it was real. A picture of a gift card that was supposedly scratched that was no good anymore. So send him the attachment. And his response, oh, so bad. I don't want anyone to know about it for now. Again, keeping the secrecy, as I aimed to surprising everyone. You can get the cards somewhere else, but be careful about scratching these cards this time. You can send the receipt of this spoiled one for reference purposes. Thanks. So again, he's trying to keep it professional, let's try to keep the receipts and everything else. That's so bad. You just go ahead and do it again. Go back to the store. He's probably thinking that, I'm buying into all of this. And so he's probably not panicking too much at this point because he knows that I tried to get one even though it was scratched. And so after that, basically I held him for 2 hours and I was already done with it. So I basically revealed it's actually before I did that at 12:07, 40 minutes later, he kind of wants to pressure, time sensitive, urgency. Hello, Jonathan. Have you get it? Have you get it? Have you get it? And then at 12:10, I responded, "Hello, sir, madam. I know this is an attempted scam. I hope you're doing well." And some other response there after that. And I ended the attempted spearfishing scam right there and there. So again, this is just a little demonstration on the very common phishing scams, and some of them spearfishing scams that you can get. The ones that people have learned as a whole not to fall for are the phishing scams, the ones that everybody knows about, the Nigerian prince, or all of those. They go actually directly into many of our spam folders. We don't even get to see them anymore because they are so generic, so out there that we know about them and we don't know to fall for them, etc. But these spear phishing scams, more people fall into them because they're not careful to doubt, to double guess, to look at the email addresses and see if they match their corporate email addresses, to see grammars, wave of expressing themselves, etc., to see if they send some signals that they are indeed impersonating somebody else. So some of these attacks are successful, unfortunately. And so I wanted to show that even though this is kind of like a simple, easy example on how this is obviously was a scam, I still want to show a little bit of the process and how they try to get you through the different gift card ideas. This is a great idea. If people buy into this, to a lot of people would make somewhat of sense that, you want to reward somebody, so they should give them the. If still, they might wonder, okay, I wonder why I should scratch the gift card and actually give him the whole code instead of giving him the physical gift card. But they are elaborate like that. They always try to find elaborate ways. They go out of their way to try to see how to get you to give them whatever they need. So that's it. This is the example of the spear phishing scam that was done to me in July of 2020. And I hope we can all learn from this. And until next time, be good.